Hey, everybody here. Welcome to another highlight interview of the week. Today we have a special guest called Martin Suarez. Martin is an appointment setter for one of our favorite clients. And we're going to be sharing his story on, first of all, how he got started, how he got the job, and most importantly, how to perform well as an appointment setter. He's going to be sharing some of the key tips and secrets of the trade so that you can either set up more appointments for you or for your clients. So welcome, Martin. How are you doing today, man?
Hey, Christian. I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Quito, Ecuador. I'm actually in my house right now. So, yeah, it's where I live right now, where I work and everything.
Amazing. And you have a dedicated space to work, right? To do your calls, or how does that work?
Yes, it's actually like I used to work in my dining room, but since like I have to work like many hours in the day, I would be all day in the same table, like to get lunch, to get breakfast, and then work in the same table. But now I changed to my room, and actually it's really like it's way better because like I have more light. It's just like another space to work, so it's really good actually. I work from this exact place.
Amazing, man. So before you were working with us through fava, what were you doing?
Actually, I was not working before fava like this in this actually like in this year because I'm studying the last semester in the university. So since I'm graduating, I'm really busy with all the projects and all homeworks I have to turn in. But since also like since it's the last semester, I already wanted to find something that would be like good for me as a job, or like I just wanted to find an option to help me save money for the future. So yeah, I am actually just right now studying and working on appointment setting.
What are you majoring in right now?
Marketing.
Marketing. Great. And how do you balance work with how many hours do you work per day, by the way?
8 hours.
Oh, wow.
Like
So, yeah, how do you balance working and your studies and social life?
Actually, my boss, like my supervisor, has been really nice to me since like I have explained him that I have classes, I have to go to university in the morning. So it's really nice because I have to go to university and they give me time to go there, and then I start working as soon as I come back. So I don't start at 9, but I start like a little bit later, and I end my shift a little bit later also. But it's just because like I have to travel to university and then come back. But it's like my schedule has been like really good since they have helped me. They are really understanding, and it's really nice when you feel like they actually care about your personal time and your
Right.
personal responsibilities and all that.
So right now, are you working like 40 hours per week for them, or is it more part-time?
No, it's like 8 hours a day, so it's like a full-part job.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing, man. Well, do you have some days, because you said Thursday through Tuesday, right?
Friday to Tuesday.
Friday,
Like
okay. Friday,
Wednesday and
Saturday.
Thursdays are my day, are my weekend, basically.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that means you have the other days to do homework, to balance the other stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been kind of hard actually. I'm not gonna lie. It's been like a little bit difficult because of the university and everything, but it's like you get like good results after like a lot of effort. So I think it's just a, a matter of how you handle your time and your responsibilities.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So tell us more about how do you get started in appointment setting? I mean, before the job that you have with our client, how do you learn about how to set up appointments? What jobs do you have that help you get there?
Right. So basically, I live in a building that it's like my grandpa's building. He actually built his own medical. I forgot that word.
Practice,
Like
medical practice.
yeah, medical practice. And so he he has like many different services, like medical services here in the building, and my mother is the manager. So I just started working with them, like her assistant, setting appointments, responding emails, and like managing the schedule for all the place. But it was actually not such a long time that I worked there, just like a few months on last summer. But it was really helpful for me because I learned how to speak with people like really respectfully and be patient and kind of like, and some people are like confused or kind of rude. You just kind of learn to be patient as well, and just be respectful as well to everybody.
Do you do that in English or in Spanish?
Before, like the first time I did it, it was in Spanish. Now, since I started working in English, at the beginning it was very hard to get used to working in English and speaking in English again. But I think after a few weeks, like now it's been like already 2 months almost, I am getting used to it again.
Gotcha. And that appointment setting that you were doing before, was it just for inbound calling, like people who called the office, or were you also making phone calls?
No, like people were calling us and emailing us. Like basically, sometimes the thing is that other doctors would send their patients to this center, you know. So many times the secretary of some doctor would call us and then they tell us like this person is gonna go there on a certain day. So I would just handle that or with the person directly. But it was just like, yeah, like answering calls, answering emails, and maybe we have to reschedule something, I would do that. But yeah, it was kind of like simple actually.
Got it. And right now what you do is outbound calling, right? So you have to call the leads that requested more information.
Yeah. So we have like a big list of different clients. The client is not actually the person who we call, but it's like the company who we're calling the lead for, you know. So we have like many people that we call that are like literally around the whole country. We call them to make appointments with different companies to install the solar panels on their houses. So yeah, I think it's like we receive a ticket, which is like a message or a call or a new appointment that we can make. And it's just like we have to call them. If they don't answer, then we call them again. And if they actually answer, we follow the script and we book appointments then.
Great. And so you're basically calling the agency clients, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so how do you get these? Do you remember how do you get the job? How do you find about this opportunity?
Yes, actually, I found it like through fava, through you guys. I have like many friends from Ecuador, like many of my close friends in Ecuador actually also found their jobs through fava as well. So actually, I was just one day with them, and they were telling me how cool it's been to have found this job. So I was really interested and one friend of mine just sent me a link to apply. So I just like recorded my video and sent it to you guys. Then you helped me out to get like to show my video to the
The
I don't know,
client.
to the client. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me a little more, like when you get started, how do you kind of get into your zone? Like how do you start from zero? You hadn't been doing appointment setting in English, right? How was the transition? Like what made you how do you adjust to the job, I would say?
Actually, I really owe it to a friend of mine who also works there, Sebastian Zambrano. Shout out to him.
Right.
Like really, he has helped me a lot, man. Since I started working, there's a tutorial that we have to follow. It's like a video where our supervisor actually he explains everything perfectly. So everyone who watched the tutorial would be able to work with that system. But actually, since Sebastian, who's my friend, was working there like way longer than me, he actually like taught me many things, how things work, and some like tips that were not said in the tutorial. Well, for example, he told me that we as appointment setters are who actually handle the call, not the lead, you know. So the other person might ask every question, but many questions that we don't actually have the answer always. But the way that we have to do it is just like to make the call go the way we want it to go, and that has helped me a lot. Actually, yeah, like his help is it's been really important for my performance in this job.
Amazing. Yeah. So he was kind of your mentor in this job, right?
Yeah, and also my supervisor, he's also awesome. He's like really a nice guy. It's cool because like all the team is like we're also basically the same age, so it's like some like other guys who are the same age who work with me. It's like really, it makes you feel that you're part of the group actually. So it's really nice.
Right, right. And so I got told by Veronica you were booking a lot of appointments, even if you were just working weekends, you were booking a lot. So what are your tips to book more appointments, to get more people on the phone?
Yeah, so first, like since I work in the weekend, I have all the opportunities because I'm the only one who works in the weekend. So everyone answers my calls. So if someone would like to have an appointment, I'm the only one who's gonna call them and to set the appointment on a Tuesday or no, on a Saturday or Sunday. So that's actually helped me a lot. But also, I think I would say that being really respectful to the lead, to the person who picks up the phone call, it's really important. But not just like being respectful, like being kind or saying things like nicely, but like show them that you actually respect them and respect their time, so that they are like they know that you're not wasting their time. So for example, like when someone picks the phone call, I actually follow the script. But when I say like, do you have a few minutes to answer a few questions? If they answer yes, some things that just help me a lot is just to say like, thank you so much for your time, or I appreciate you giving me your time. It's just like some things that if you show them respect, I think they will give you a few minutes of your time, of their time.
Yeah, that goes a long way for sure.
Yeah.
And do you ever have any problems? Do you ever have any problems with the English? Like some people, Americans, they typically prefer other Americans to call them, but do you ever have any problems with that or no?
Yes, the first week and a half, I was learning, I was like making my first calls and all that. And actually my first call, like a lady picked up the phone call and she was like, I cannot understand you speaking, like that's crazy. And she just hanged the phone call. But it was kind of like, ouch, like I think I should like really improve my speaking again. But after like a few weeks, I started just like trying to speak more clearly, and it has helped me a lot, you know, like even though they know that I have an accent, when I'm respectful, they are gonna give me their time most of the time.
Gotcha. So even like what do you do? This is very important because some agents might be struggling, some agents who are watching this, callers in general might be struggling. So somebody tells you, okay, you need to improve your English and you don't have a lot of time, right? You have like a few weeks.
Yeah.
What do you do to improve, to get better for your job?
I mean, actually, my English was better before. Like when I learned English is because I went to the U.S. to study English. I went for 8 months to the U.S. I went to Miami and then to San Diego to study English. And since then, like when I was there, I had nobody to speak in Spanish with. So I really got used to speaking in English. But when I came back, I had nobody to speak in English with. So I lost a lot of practice. And just as like right now that I am calling and speaking with people in English all every day, I just got used to it again. But it's like like if we call someone, maybe we can also listen to previous call they have spoke to. Maybe if one of my coworkers spoke to that person before, I can listen to that call. And many of my coworkers have different ways to say things, and I also learn from them because it's like they have been working for a longer time than me. So it's just like I have also learned a lot from my colleagues.
Right. Yeah, I've been there, man, in your shoes. Yeah, I used to practice a lot English when I was in Peru, when I was living here in Peru. But it was hard because a lot of people, they don't even know how to speak English. So it's like you need to find almost a power partner, right, or a play partner. But when you're in the US, it's like you're forced to, like you're obligated to. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So you have to level. You have to level up. You have to level up or die, right?
Exactly. That is actually what happens. It's like when I went there, it's like I really have to learn. I really have to improve my English because I'm gonna be here for a long time. So I actually started like studying a lot and like hanging with people, with Spanish speaking people, instead of with all the Spanish. Sorry, I was hanging out with many English speaking people.
English speakers, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I kind of learned from them because they were actually Americans. So I learned from them a lot, but I still make a lot of mistakes, and that is something that I just have to keep improving. Like getting this job was amazing, and I have learned a lot, but I have also made mistakes, and I think that's also something really important because that's how you learn.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. What would you tell a virtual assistant or appointment setter who is struggling and needs to ramp up their appointments, their number of appointments? What's your advice?
Maybe, first of all, it's just like always be respectful and patient. Sometimes the people are going to be like busy. They just want you to make the call as quick as possible, or some things, like they want you to do your job like in a different way that you are used to doing it. So maybe just try to not get nervous, or just relax and try to do things the best way you can. Also be really respectful to the people. Like if you call them, be patient. If they are kind of rude, don't let them be rude to you, but just like try to understand that they also have maybe working at the same time and everything. So it's just like if someone's busy, maybe just say like, okay, absolutely, I can call you back whenever it's better for you. But it's just like give them the chance to also make the decisions, like for when they want to speak to you and all that. And also, for example, I have my script here. So like we have to follow the script every call, and we have to like say certain things to follow the script and set the appointment. But at the beginning, the script was like a little bit difficult for me because some things were not like the way I speak. So I just like modified my own script. So it's just like I changed a few words. I actually say the same, but I say it in a way that I feel comfortable saying it. So it's just like I'm speaking the way I speak, not the way I'm expected to speak. So it's worked a lot. It's just like, for example, asking if you like saying thank you for your time and things like that are not part of the script. But when you say that, it also helps you a lot. So when your script is maybe difficult, you can learn it and you can start saying it your own way so that you actually feel comfortable. And then when you practice, you don't have to actually read it anymore because it's like you have done it so many times that you already know how to follow the call. Also, it's important there's the main script, but if people ask some questions, you get off the script and go to a certain answer. So it's really important to also memorize that because if someone calls you or asks you a question that you know the answer to, you start like looking for the answer in your script. It's like it's going to affect your business, you know. So
Right.
it's better if you just know what you're going to say and be ready for that. And it's just like my advice because I'm still learning and I'm still making mistakes, but it's just how it has gone well for me.
Got it, man. Before we leave, do you have any words of advice or any other additional comments for people who are watching?
Yeah, I think actually if you are part of the fava team or not, like first recommend it to a lot of people because like my friends recommended it to me and now I have a job. I'm really like happy with the job. I'm really grateful for that. So try to help other people to also get opportunities and also learn English as much as you can. So like and also like encourage other people around you to learn English because it will help you to get opportunities and it will open many doors for your life. Like for example, this job.
Absolutely. Do you recommend this job to anybody? Would you recommend the job to people who are watching, potential candidates?
Yes, actually, yeah, like absolutely, I would recommend it. Once you get used to it, it's not like as hard as the beginning. Like for example, I work in the weekend. The first weekends, I couldn't even finish the whole list of callings because like I was so nervous. I was like making sure of so many details at the same time. But once you get used to it, you can finish the work like way faster, and it's like when you can handle it, and it's really easy after you are used to it, you know. So yeah, like for anyone who's watching this, just do as best as you can and try to give opportunities to some other people as well.
Yeah, man. So for everyone who is watching at fava, we hire not just virtual assistants, but we hire professional appointment setters, which are people who set up appointments either using the phone or social media outreach for your company, for your agency, or for your clients, or for your clients' clients. We're also hiring media buyers, account managers, and we have a few sales reps who work on commission base. So if you're watching this video, if you believe you qualify for any of these positions, or you have a friend or family member who qualifies, just refer them. I'm putting a link in the description below to apply. So just apply or just let us know. And it's been a pleasure to have you here, Martin. We're going to see everyone next time in our next highlight interview. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Christine.